welcome to episode number 1 of Humba Podcast, where we talk about human values from scratch. And well, from scratch, it means that we have to start literally with the meaning. So, what are the human values? Human values are a series of universal principles that characterize human behavior as an individual and as a part of a community, guiding our actions and judgments. Human values have been present since the beginning of human civilization, since the ancient Egypt and ancient China. But let's say that the first to really analyze and study them were the philosophers such as Aristotle and Plato around the years 400 before our era. And since then, they have been always present in all cultures and civilizations. But how did we really learn those values that define us today? Well, if we start to remember, the first ones to teach us were our parents at home, grandparents, uncles, those first figures that form us in our first years of our life. Then we have the teachers and professors in schools and college. And then another way is through religion. The religions had always teach through the word. And from then and on, we've been learning everything else, the rest of the human values by associations with movies, experience through life. But if I come and ask you, how did you learn about values? And at what age? How and when did you learn what is love, friendship, kindness, honor, respect, tolerance, justice, solidarity, among others? It's hard to remember, right? The how and the when. Values are so important and we use them in our day-to-day. But for some unknown reason, they have never been on a student agenda in an official way, like with a curriculum, and a course, with a book, or an structured methodology, or anything for that matters, as is the case with literature, mathematics, for example. But how is that we got to learn the periodic table in chemistry, trigonometry in mathematics, or the photosynthesis in science? Beyond the fact that it's general culture, when we have used that knowledge in our life, it's like never, unless that we choose a career related with that field, you know. So the broken society in which we live today is a direct consequence of the absence of human values, but there are so many, and if anything, they formally taught us about 5 or 6 of them with luck. And what about the people who suddenly weren't lucky enough to have a father or a mother who taught them values? What about those who have a parents but they didn't know how to transmit this info about them? Or one of those strong parents that barely talk with a strong character, of those moms from before that were just housewife and didn't have much studies. And then years after, our present society changed, where there are more equally prepared men and women, more access to information. Let's say we went from that Asian era to a more modern one. But anyway, it's not like exactly we are going to teach values. We don't know exactly how we're going to teach values. We don't have a complete example structure. Everything is so organic. And obviously, there are many parents who do know about values and have been able to educate their kids about them and not denying their existence. I only am basing this reasoning on those who did not or could not due to ignorance, and that have an incomplete education practically non-existent, is reflected today in our society from a sense of violence, people throwing garbage in the streets, or people insulting each other, or through social media. It cannot be assumed that all of us learn the human values from home, and that everybody then pay attention to the teacher at school. It is like the weight of teaching human values as it remains eternally as a sole responsibility of parents and teachers only. And as you can see, the lack of knowledge and structure in this matter has not taken us any further as a civilization, because we stay at the basics. So today, there's so much information about everything on the internet. We can learn and become whatever we want through those people that we follow on the networks, with whom we connect. who inspire us, and we learn everything from the comfort of our homes with our smartphones and the internet through an online or face-to-face course, a YouTube channel, or a book. We have about 8 to 10 years easy learning with this digital style, which have been masterized thanks to COVID and everything. So, how can we take courses of whatever you want today about how to start your own podcast, how to make classes, how to make cake, yoga courses, cryptocurrency courses, how to be more conscious as a parent, how to start your online business, and stop counting. There is everything for all targets and taste and preference. But about human values, I have not found much. Imagine because it's not as profitable. It's boring. I don't know. The fact is that I have it in mind, and as one of my mentors, Michelle Poler, says, it is a blank space, a white space that I identify, and I feel that so much can be done related with this topic and everything in favor of the society. I have proposed to find and achieve a possible solution that gradually educates us in values, first dedicating time to indicate and identify those values that are strongly present in each of us, and then looking for a practical and easy way to share them with others. I won't do this alone. No one gets far alone. So if you made it into the last few minutes of this first episode, if something of what you heard so far resonates with you, makes sense to you, whatever happened passed through your mind related to this topic or analysis of mine, I invite you to leave it in the comments, please. As I told you in the intro episode, I don't know anything yet, but I consider myself a very curious and creative person. So maybe any comment, idea, or even some correction that you want to make regarding what I said today, I'm sure it will help me a lot in my research and in this process in general. Thanks once again for listening, and well, if you like it, please hit that like button and share it. You can also follow me on the Instagram of this podcast. The name is Humba underscore movement punto en. And then you can also check out all the platforms where I'm posting these episodes in Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Thank you one more time for watching this. And well, now is the moment of publicity. And well, this podcast was brought to you by Sensar Luxury Catering. But yes, this is my business, okay? And why not do publicity here about it? We are a family-owned caterer where the chef is my husband and it's French. So all of our creations are built with the best ingredients we can find in Miami. It tastes amazing and the presentation is really creative. If you need a caterer for your birthday, corporate event, a wedding, at the wedding of a friend, please contact us and we will send you a proposal. We are located in Miami, Florida. Contact us. I'm going to leave the information for our business in here. Thank you one more time for watching, and until next episode, bye.